I took this handle off because the directions said you could, which will make it a little slimmer for the thing I'm doing here. Can't take this one off because it's got the LEDs in it, the information panel. So I've got to listen to the trash truck go by. Hang on just a sec. Boy, they're noisy. Anyway, so on to the next step on this. Looking kind of rough right now, but this is just the rough stage. I cut out for this handle, and I'll just box that handle in. I've got to cut the back, and then cut out the vents and all that. And then I'll cut a slide down over top. That'll actually slide down over top of that. The reason I'm doing it, I have a rubber knee pad that I use when I'm down on the floor. I set it on the cooler a couple days ago on top. A couple hours later I got it and felt the backside and it was cold. So that tells me the insulation isn't that great in this unit. You know, it's not one of the most expensive ones, but this will increase the R value by 3 or 4. That'll help keep a lot of the cool in. Alright, I'll come back when I get more done. Alright, it's starting to take shape a little bit. Working on the top now. Still got to make the box over the handle. And I've come across one little minor problem. I can't get that off. So I'm going to cut here, here, and tape it. So if I need to take it off, I just take the tape off and slide the whole thing off. But for now, all I have to do is take the top off to get into the inside of it. My vent holes are in. I just got to wrap them in aluminum tape. There's the plug area. I've got to wrap all the raw edges so it looks nice. And then I may come back and paint it silver to match the tape. Alright, I'll come back when I get more done. Figured out my problem here with the handle. I'm just going to build an entire box around this so it will slide right up. And one of the good things is if I put a piece of 1/2 inch right in there, I can take, when that box comes down, it's pushed in, it holds it tight here, so that actually locks it off. So what I'll do is I'll just hinge it up here at the top with a piece of tape, and this will hold it in. So that should work. Gonna find out. Okay, so here's the thing about R&D, research and development. I had an idea. I tried to put the idea into fruition, and guess what? I didn't like it and it didn't work that well. So this idea with this here is on the scrap pile. So back to this. So what I've done now is a little bit different. With everything attached here, you can see if I try to lift it straight up, it's going to hit here and here. So instead of doing that, I'm going to attach the lid, attach this front, and if you see these on the back, I'm going to relieve these lines probably about halfway down, about half the thickness. This will still get covered up here with a plate on the outside, but I think because when I lifted it up you can see where it made the marks in there. So if I relieve it about half the thickness, halfway down, I think I'll be able to just lift this up and lift it off. I'm going to give it a try. This will be R&D number 3 actually. Okay, ugly prototype done. Again, this is strictly a prototype. I can refine it later. But right now it's functional, so form follows function. I can live with it for a little while. When I made these two tracks in here, that reduced the R value like crazy. So what I did is I added on another piece to give me back my R factor, and then added this over top. Alright, I'll show you when it's back in its cradle. Okay, here it is, prototype in its slot. Right now I've got a bungee holding it in because it comes out so easy until I get the doors built. So let me see if I can unhook that. Okay, that's unhooked. So there it is. Take the top off, no problem. Open it up. If nothing else, when it's hot in the van, this won't run quite so much. Plus, I'm still further than my minimum distance from the bottom of the stove, so any heat that does go down there will be reflected. So the stove's up there. They wanted 3 inches. I think I got 4.5. So the heat will be reflected off that. And if it only lasts a half an hour longer on battery, that's a half hour I didn't have before. So eventually I'll refine this, make it look nice. But that's it for today, I think. It's about 6 p.m. here. Haven't eaten breakfast, dinner, or lunch, but I'm going to get some dinner. I'll talk to you guys on the next video, or the next section, I'm not sure yet.